Hello, my name's Jason and welcome back to I Have a Story. Haven't been out getting my videos out again, another big break in video production. Dealing with weather, which was not been really cooperative yet. Spring's rains are still just rolling through. I've had obviously a lot going on with my life with all that I've been sharing, and a lot of people still coming to visit me, which has just been absolutely amazing. I just had a church from 2.5 hours away come and visit and bring me prayers and donations, and they've heard about my story with the house. They heard about my story with the YouTube channel and my other channels that I have. I'm not sure which ones they actually viewed, but it's actually been a real blessing with all the help that I've received. It's overwhelming, honestly. I'm blown away by the support that I've received. But I'm also, I can't lie, part of all of it too is depression. There's been days I could have come out here and made a video and I just couldn't get up and do it. And for all you know, no, I didn't even get a call from my kids on Father's Day. Even if I would have, you've seen how the past calls went. It would have been torture for all of us anyway. But I'm making this video. There's something I want to point in my last video that I made. If the story itself isn't bad enough about kids in their, I mean, I have to call them kids now, at 25-ish years old, couldn't figure out about taking care of the dog situation, thinking ahead of time until the day you're going to move in to even bring it up. I mean, that's just the mentality our kids are turning to today. I'd also like to thank, if you notice my new hat, another person got me another. They like my round hats, and somebody else wanted to give me another hat. And again, I've already talked about it. I can't name any names on here. Out of every single person that I've talked about or as a part of my life has been attacked by a victim that's a victim, right? Because victims threaten their abuser's counselor. I mean, God, this couldn't get any more messed up if it tried. So if that story wasn't already bad enough, there's two things I want to point out to it that just even more shows me in talking about mentalities and the way this world is turning and changing. I expect when I was a kid, the way I was raised by the adults around me when I was a kid would have said, you know what, you two don't know how to figure out this situation and wait until the day you're going to move in to figure out that you had dogs and we got to make this part of the equation. You didn't think ahead of time. I mean, these aren't like 17, 18-year-olds. They're 25. Adults I expect from my generation would have said, we're taking the kid, we're taking the dogs. You two apparently don't have enough common sense to figure this out. How do you deserve to have a kid? But that's not what I see today in the parents. Today in the parents I see, I'm going to stand and just fight for what's mine. I want me what I want, me. Not, you guys need to put your heads on straight and get them out of your keisters and start breathing fresh air again. It's, we need to stand up and fight. I want my kid. Give me. God, I'm so sick of this me world. But that's what I see more of today. It's all about me, not about you do right and teaching your kids and being disciplined yourself to do right. Especially now, what is the generation of that child going to turn into after what I mean, you hear it all throughout the generations that, God, these kids today, what's next? Why do we keep tumbling down that hill? The other point that I want to point out that is just, again, I see it's today. If there's something right or wrong with a child, especially if there's something wrong in a child's situation, which that whole story is already wrong to begin with, is it not? And this is, I mean, I've talked about this over and over. I'm going to put my house up and refinance my house to pay for fighting for the kid. It shouldn't, if there's a wrong problem, it shouldn't take tens of thousands of dollars and multiple years to fight to get that kid out of the situation, should there? No. But that's what goes on today. It's all just a money scheme is all it is. When it's children's lives, health, safety, well-being that's at stake. That's not what it's about. Not at all. I don't see it, ever. It's all about money and playing games and just a big circus. And the kids get to go through it all, right? I stand here speechless. I mean, the whole entire thing, to me, I'm speechless. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. But yet I watch this go on and on and on, and I watch society crumbling and crumbling. Why the hell can't we stand up and be adults and do what's right? My next video, I mean, I've already talked about a very, very severe case that I personally have reported 3 times, and now it just got even worse. Severely worse, terribly worse. And our system's still not, I mean, I would like to see where it goes from here. But got severely, severely worse. So stay tuned, that's going to be tomorrow's video. I want to get this one up, and I'm going to tell you how severely worse that one of those other cases that I personally have reported 3 times. That I saw firsthand: drugs, guns, violence, all of it, and a 6-year-old kid. And since our system did nothing, again, for a felon who is also harboring felons, provably, undeniably, it's even on social network, they can't figure it out after a year looking for these out-of-state felons. I figured it out in 5 minutes just by looking at social media. I'm bringing that story next.